I'm Martin Hall, you're watching School of Golf Extra Credit Specialty Shots. 4 of them, 4 very special shots. All around the greens, these are all shot savers. Let's get going with number 1. Okay, into the grain. Very difficult chip or pitch shot into the grain. What does into the grain mean, just in case you don't know? The grass usually doesn't grow straight up. It's going to grow one way or the other. So here, I'm going to make the grass grow in this direction, away from my target. I'm roughing up my mat here so that I would actually have to hit into the grain. What a difficult shot this used to be for Martin Hall. The easiest thing to do when you're into the grain is to flub it and hit it fat, and most pros will tell you that. They don't like the into the grain shot. I've got the remedy. Here we go. Under reach, thank you Paul Runyon, under reach. Don't quite ground the club, but here's the trick into the grain. To avoid that grass grabbing the club and sticking it into the ground, I want you to think left shoulder. And as you swing through, I want you to think left shoulder, back and up. It doesn't just go up, it turns, but it goes up. Some practice swings with just your right hand actually on your left shoulder. Feel your left shoulder go up. That gets the club up out of the ground pretty quickly, and if your left shoulder goes up, it is very difficult to hit it fat. Heavy, too much ground, which is the big mistake into the grain. Okay, left shoulder up fixes that one. Now, what about if we're going down grain? Well, of course, the easiest thing if you're going down grain is actually to hit it a bit thin. And so the way we get around that is it's the opposite grain, and guess what? We do the opposite thing. So this one's going to be weight a bit left, left shoulder down. When you make your practice swing this time with your right hand on your left shoulder, keep the left shoulder down, feel like the club stays down to the ground. This one's much easier, other than the ball tends to come out a bit lower. So left shoulder down, keep the left shoulder down as you pop it forward. There probably won't be a lot of swing there unless you've got to try and hit a really high one. That's difficult. Now here's a shot you will sometimes get, and it's a tricky one, the perched lie. If you play anywhere where you've got kikuyu grass, Kentucky thick blue grass, something like that, the ball will sometimes sit up right on top of the grass. Well, the best I could sort of do with that is to actually put the ball right on a tee here, and sometimes the ball will sit up as if on a tee. Well, it's ever so easy to go right underneath the ball when you do that. So here's the thought. I'm going to give you a very flat, rounded merry-go-round swing. Very flat. Feeling might be that the club head hardly ever comes off the ground. What doesn't come off the ground can't go into the ground, so you won't dig it and go under it. So here's my perched lie. Little shorter with the club, little shorter on the club than normal. A very rounded, flat swing, and that will stop you going underneath it. Now it leaves us with one shot, the divot. We're in the divot hole. Now, if you want to know how to hit a high, soft shot out of a divot hole, I hope you're listening, it's impossible. You can't. So what you have to do is allow for the ball to roll, but you've got to make good contact out of a divot hole. Here's how you do it. The ball goes back, as with most bad lies. The weight goes left. If you do need a little bit of height, here's what I'm going to suggest. Open the face a little bit and aim left to counter that. Hands are forwards, a very abrupt, and I mean abrupt, cocking of the wrist. There might even feel like there's almost no arm swing at all. So it's what I'd call cock it and pop it. It's in a hole. I'm going to cock it and I'm going to pop it. And the cock and pop will throw it out of that divot hole. 4 drills. They're all going to help.